So hello and welcome to the 4th Women's International Parkour Weekend. Yay! We will be about 90 women today, which is amazing. We've got a full fun-packed weekend. So, how are you feeling?
To concentrate, to get prepared for the being chased afterwards.
Stop. No climb.
What happened? I managed to run up this wall and turn around and grab it. No, it's fantastic. Like, this is really scary. Actually, the worst part is turning around, like running up and then turning around, and there's a wall, and you'd be like, I want to grab this wall. I don't want to push away from that wall. That's cool.
That's fine.
That's something, as you jump to the catwalk, you need to kind of hold the...
I had to get completely out of my head and just jump. And it was cool, because like I can do it.
I was looking at it and it seemed like he was moving away from me. Then I just sort of said, fuck it, I just did it. So
They're okay. I don't like heights usually. So heights are okay.
Still have a look at the jump, even if you know you can't do it or you're not ready for it, because then you already start the mental process towards that jump and you start thinking that actually it might be possible. Many times you may be surprised as to what you end up doing because you actually believed you could do, or at least you tried and you had a look at it.
Little baby steps, and you build on each one, and then all of a sudden you're jumping up high and grabbing on bars and you feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof. It's kind of cool.
It changes a lot of things of the way you see life in general and where everything becomes possible, more or less. Even if it's not for now, it's coming.
Crouch down, catch the rail, and drop.
It's hard to decide what's more cool, watching yourself do something that you're totally scared to do, or watching all the other people progress.
Really good work.
I do not like heights. I had to hold on quite a bit. I did it.
Oh, nicely done.
So go with just toes on that first stitch. Brilliant. Such great work. I'm so impressed. You guys, of all the groups, you guys have impressed me. So yeah.
Can I say something? It's because of you coaches. You've brought certainly the best out of me, so thank you very much. And that's for everybody.
land, front part of your foot, so let's just watch the feet, front part of your foot, body staying upright, so my posture is good.
We're going to do a 20-minute balance challenge. Having good balance is going to be really important for coordination, proprioception, understanding our body in space. It's a very internal way of training. It could be kind of like meditation in a way if you're feeling relaxed with it.
I fell 15 times. Okay. That's not counting every time I try to like just stand on the rail the first time.
What does failing at something teach you?
Well, it's not that important how many times you fall.
So why did you count?
Because perfectionism. But probably the fact that in the end I could keep at it without just storming out of the room. That's a victory on its own.
Having quite critical self-talk about I'm not good enough at this, whatever this is, it doesn't have to be parkour, it can be anything. And it really impacts then how they go out in the world and what they do and how they present to the world. I'm failing and failing. What I'm supposed to be failing. I can tell you how shit. She's so shit. Over-jump again and you suck. Your balance. You are better than that. You just cannot do it. You think you're good, you think you have it, you think you're strong in them when you get on it, when you get on it. Okay guys, another minute. So the exercise we're doing right now is to try to tap into people's negative self-talk. So not everybody has this, but the people who do, it can be really debilitating, but it's mostly internal, it's inside us, and we don't speak that out loud very often. So right now we're looking at what is it, bringing it out, which helps people to hear it a little more clearly themselves, what it is they're saying to themselves. And also you get a new perspective on it when you're having to say it out loud and see the impact of it landing with someone else if you've just been really critical.
I feel that some stuff that we say to ourselves, so what the other person told me, doesn't always make sense. It's just they're just being very harsh. They're being very, very harsh. I can challenge them very easily when they say it to me, but they cannot challenge themselves.
The thing she told me was the same fucking dialogue I have in my mind with me, like telling me, and it was really, really funny because another person having the same dialogue with herself, it's like, oh, so relieved, like I'm not the only one.
That is about uncoupling the sort of the judgment. It's like just detaching the judgment. And there's one thing that's going, so sort of assessment of was that technically a good jump or a good whatever, and just kind of calibrating, oh, can I do things better? Yeah, I can do things better, in a very unemotional way, sort of assessing it. And the other is a judgment about, having done that, what does that mean about me? And it's kind of pulling those two things apart and unlinking them. Okay, so now we've moved on to being much more enthusiastic and just celebrating. And the aim of this exercise is to really try and uncouple any kind of judgment about movement or about success from then self-worth of those things. And it's a really interesting exercise. Some people are quite resistant to it because they think, no, I don't want to let go of critiquing what's going on. And the thing that's really, really important here is I'm not trying to let go of critiquing it, but we're all really good at critiquing. So what we're trying to do first is just get rid of the judgment, because that's a little bit different. There's very unemotional critiquing that's about how well am I doing this movement and is there room for improvement, versus how well am I doing in this movement and what does that mean about me and my self-worth, my self-value, and how I think others see me.
Yes! You're doing it! Yes! That's amazing! That's amazing! Woo!
In parkour, you're always going to be able to find a jump that's slightly higher or a jump that's a bit further. So there is no end point. So there's no perfection point essentially. So you may as well just enjoy the process and enjoy learning something new. And that's the point of doing parkour essentially, is to enjoy that movement.
Often, many of us, and I spend a long time doing this, and I'm still working on this. This isn't something I've cracked, But if I'm going, but I should have been here, therefore I was crap because this bit was missing. But if we're going, so in the celebrating is about going, well, here is the bit where you're sitting on the sofa and you didn't move, and we're here! Like, even if you landed and you fell on your ass, who gives a shit, compared to that doing nothing point. But if we just go, you know what, just get rid of that whatsoever and just have no, like, what we do doesn't impact on our value of ourselves or our value of what we think other people might think, what we think, what blah, blah, blah. That can be just for life, that can be